What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new series, I guess. As you guys are aware, most of the videos that will be posted on this channel are going to be open world survival type games. So I kind of wanted to give Icarus a try on the channel to see how it was, to see how it does, and thoroughly enjoy playing it. I don't have that many hours on the game. I have like 18 hours total. So it's not necessarily a very long played game for me, and I'm not entirely sure most of the mechanics. But the idea here is we're going to play through this just to play, to kind of have a long term series on the channel. One of the things that I do want to mention is with Raft coming to a close this upcoming week, Tuesday, the Thursday video is going to be kind of up in the air. And the reason I say that is because the Saturday video is going on basically from here on out, from next Saturday and on, is going to be Hogwarts Legacy. And then I might also do Hogwarts Legacy on Thursdays as well, depending on what's going on. So I would need a Tuesday video to kind of put out there. So I'm thinking what I'll likely end up doing is just playing Icarus for a little bit of time until I can get kind of a good idea for what I want to do for another series, which means there may be, 3 or 4 weeks where Icarus is on the, a new upload for Icarus comes out, and then like 3 to 4 months where no episodes or no parts for Icarus come out. So the cool thing about Icarus is it's an open world survival, and I want to say a couple months ago they had updated the game. We're actually going to create a new character here. They updated the game to the point to where you can actually like have a set base and then do your missions from in that base. So we're going to set up our character here. We're going to do, I want to do this one, and we're going to name the character Josh. Not really. Let's do some character customization here. All right. Let's do this one. Let's see what the voice is on it. Okay, cool. Let's give ourselves a nice little scar. Can I not turn my guy? Ooh, that's a nasty scar right there. Look at that. Can you not turn your character? Thought you could. That scar is right there on the mouth, the left side, on the right eye, on the nose, on the lip, below the right eye. I'm gonna do this one because it looks cool. Facial hair, we're gonna give myself. Wow, that kind of looks bad. I'm not gonna do that. Tattoo. Imagine getting a face tattoo like this. We're not gonna give myself a tattoo. And then we're going to give myself blue eyes. That's very blue. Oh my goodness. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and confirm character creation, and then we will get started. So as you can see, there is a couple different things that we can do here. We have some currency. This is kind of where when I get into the game, I'll show you. If you've never played or seen this, you'll kind of get an idea. We're not going to take. This is from one of my. I think this is this from one of my other playthroughs? Interesting. We're not going to take anything, but basically there is a huge crafting menu, and I mean a huge crafting menu, and there's a lot of different sections of the crafting. And like I said, once I actually get into the game, I'll be able to show you a little bit better. We're going to, right here. So this is actually the crafting menu, the crafting aspect that you can actually go through, or not crafting per se, these are talents. But it's similar to the crafting where there are different, like, quote unquote tiers, tech trees. Oh, here we go. So we have different tier crafting. You have specific, like, the things you can start off making, and then you have to unlock these with I want to say these points, which I don't remember exactly how you get, but as you level up, you get more different crafting materials that you can make. And then once you hit level 10, you get tier 2. The same thing once you get into tier level 20 for tier 3 and level 30 for tier 4. And at this point, you're making the titanium gear, all this other stuff. When this game first came out, basically you would do new, and then you would just go to your missions. And the missions would either, I think, take you. I think this was. I don't remember Styx being a thing, but Olympus was. Anyway, And then Outpost, I believe, is, I'm not entirely sure what Outpost, current UDA sanctioned prospects and contracts. I'm going to do open world, and I'm going to do open world in, actually, I think Styx was the original, because I think this one is actually not necessarily newer, but it's one that wasn't, maybe not in at release, because it looks a lot more cold. Olympus feels familiar with the lush forests, scorched deserts, and frozen tundras, but time spent exploring will reveal just how different it really is. Centered around a broadened river. Yeah, we're gonna do Styx, and basically we're just gonna keep everything, you know, the same right here. We're gonna keep it easy. Keep these, you know, pretty much, yeah. And then you can see all this stuff as you do this open world, and then hard adds on. So we're just gonna keep it easy, just so that we can have an easy, nice, calm. We're gonna name this prospect Jawshy GG, main prospect. And we're not going to take either of these two in, because I want to basically just start off from scratch. So let's go ahead and confirm loadout, and this is the screen where you kind of select where you want to start. Depending on your, like, how dangerous you're feeling, you can either start out in the snowy plateau, you can start out in the desert, one of the deserts, you can start out in the, you know, southern desert, you can start off in the southern ice flats. Each of these, as you notice on the left here, have a list of like specific things that are beneficial for the player to understand. Like if you click here, you can see it's, first of all, it's cold. You can see that there is a medium abundant water source. There's low tree sources. So really, you wouldn't want to go to either of the icy or snowy places first, unless you already have gear. The same thing with the deserts. You can see it's hot, low water abundance, low tree abundance, and then you can see there's medium abundance for creatures like monsters and aggressive creatures, as well as passive creatures, rocks in this area, and then oxygen. Oxygen is typically pretty much going to be either low or medium. I don't think there's going to be a place where there's high oxygen. Not on Styx, at least. I don't know much, like I said, about... Actually, I'm curious. Let's click Olympus and check. We're just going to test. Just going to test. Let's see. Yeah, medium, low, medium, low, medium. Yeah, there's no high... Oops. There's no high oxygen places, I think, specifically because of the fact that it's I mean, you're going to a planet where the oxygen is likely going to be different. So I typically start out in this little, I think I typically started out in this little area right here. There's this large river abundance, like there's high tree abundance, there's medium water, or we can go medium and high right down here. I would probably be better off going here again, because if you look at how the map is laid out, as I go forward, I have water source. I can basically build my base around the water source. If I need to, I can go up into the snowy mountainous regions, or I can go down to the deserts or up to the desert. So there's different methods and ways to get to the different places, which will be beneficial. Coming over here would really like limit me in terms of like tree growth, water source, and all that stuff, and it would really limit me in terms of how far I can go out. So we're gonna drop. Make sure I have the right place selected. Yeah. Okay. So Great River. We're gonna drop here. I'm gonna set it to private. In the future, I may bring people in. I do have friends who do actually play this game, and I would love to bring more people in. And these Icarus videos likely won't be as long as the raft videos, because there's not necessarily like a story per se, as far as I'm aware. You do have missions you can do, but really the reality is you're just landing on this place and basically trying to get it to the point to where you can survive, you can build your base up. Prior to them building the open world aspect of it, they which actually I'll continue here in a second, because I believe there is a cutscene here in a moment. That is really laggy. I hope that's not laggy in game. I'll just continue talking because I will forget what I was talking about. But prior to them putting the open world in, you would drop into an area. You would have a time limit. Oh wow, yeah, that is very laggy. So, look at that. Free falling. That's pretty cool. I like that. So before we continue, prior to and you can see that the world, even when I pause, the world stays. The world, like, it stays going. It's not gonna actually pause the game. It's basically like an online game. But basically, prior to them releasing open world, what they did was they had missions, and you would drop into the mission zone, and you would have a certain time period, typically like 7 actual days. Not 7 in-game days, 7 actual days, or however many days, or however many hours, or whatever. And you would have to do all of the specific requirements or tasks for that mission within that time period to be able to, and then get back to your drop pod to be able to make it to. Let me actually go back in here just to make sure I don't want to. Okay, well, I guess I can't go back in there. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to make sure my settings are good. Photo view, we're gonna change that back to 120. That should pretty much be what I need to do. Yep, cool. So the general sense is to just go around collecting. But yeah, so the missions, you would basically drop into an area. Like you can see, I would drop right here. Then I would have to start kind of doing tasks that were provided to me, and I would only have a certain amount of time to do them. And then once you finish that, or once you take off back in your drop pod or whatever, whenever you basically finish it, you would then go back to the lobby screen where you would then do another mission, or pick another mission. Trying to make sure there's no I'm just trying to make sure there's no wolves around me. Got a decent amount of fiber and stuff. So this is gonna be this is pretty much just gonna be a calming, quote unquote calming little playthrough. The idea is just to have something that I can play and kind of have content coming into the channel while I am working on figuring out other stuff as well. So the crafting is pretty simple. You just come in here and you find what you want to craft. So right here, if I want to craft a axe, I just need to find some stones and fiber, sticks, and stones. I have plenty of fiber and sticks. What is that? I do not remember there being big birds in this game. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway. Okay. I keep forgetting that the pickup button is F and not E. Hopefully that's not an aggressive type of bird, because that would be pretty bad this early on. Alright, so... And now talk a little bit about some of the different materials that are in the world. This oxide here, what you can do is you can throw it right there, and that'll basically help your oxygen levels. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an axe and a pickaxe, and then you'll notice they'll pop up in our little toolbar down here. And then the next thing I'm going to want to make is a weapon, which I don't actually have a recipe for that. So the idea here is that I need to level up, which excuse me, so which you can see in the tech tree. It kind of it shows or in the crafting and tech tree, it shows your current level, and really all you have to do to level up is just gather resources. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. There's nothing too crazy about it, but as you kind of... Weather event coming. Oh, minor showers. Okay. So that's another big thing, is this game also, if you're out in the... if you're out in the environment for, like, during a weather event, then, like, showers shouldn't be too bad, but I'll likely go stand in the drop pod while the showers happen, specifically because, well, I'll show you whenever it starts raining. It's pretty annoying, to be honest with you. But, alright, here we go. So it's raining now. And you see, I'm fine for right now, but here in a second, unless they change it to where minor showers aren't necessarily too difficult on you. Because used to be that even minor showers, it would like... Okay. We'll go into crafting. So tech tree. Minor showers would give you the same alert, but we'll talk about that whenever we get to it. So now you can see I have 3 points available. So when you level up, you get 3 points available, and then you also get a talent point available. The talent points are pretty resourceful. You can look at those. You can go based off of survival, habitation, or combat. You only get 1 point, I believe, for each level. So the idea that we're going to want to do here is, for this particular instance, we have 3 tech points. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to create a wood spear. I want a stone knife so that I can pretty much... trying to think of the wording here. So I can... what is the word I'm trying to think of? Oh wow, my brain stopped working. Get the stone knife so that I can skin and take meat from the animals. The next thing I want is a thatch beam, and the reason for that is because, well, I probably should wait until I get wood, but I do want to build a temporary shelter, even though by the time that I get level 5, or by the time that I get to the points where I'm able to unlock these two, which are, well, trapdoors, so never mind. I need the thatch floor, the thatch wall, and the thatch roof, and then I'm going to do a window and door, and then that will allow us to be able to build a temporary shelter. Obviously, the other things I'm going to want to do, I'm going to throw you in there. That'll help with that for a little bit. I'm going to consume one of these. That'll give us some food. And I think, remember, I don't think this gives me water. Negative 10% water consumption, so that actually takes water from me. This increases my health. Cool. Okay. So really, a lot of the things is to just understand for this. You just got to kind of figure out what works best for you. So let's go ahead and look at our talents here. So a couple options. We could start with the survival aspect, where we do resources, where we get more wood from fellings, we get more yield from harvesting by hand, increased stone from mining, or we can increase inventory weight capacity. We can also do increase to base health for exploration, increase to base move speed for exploration, and then you have storm chaser, which basically means that during storms or weather events that you'll basically get, so much stamina regeneration during the event. Hunting, increased meat yield when skinning. That's the word, skinning. Increased to base stamina, so pretty much you just get more stamina. Increased move speed while crouching, and increased bone yield while skinning. Then you have your cooking, which is slows food decay in your inventory. Eating refills hunger bar more rapidly, and then planted crops grow faster. You can do habitation, which is ready to work, which is increased stamina regeneration. You have careful hits, which is reduced durability on loss of pickaxe. Then cheaper pickaxe crafting, cheaper axe crafting, and then the same thing, reduced disability on durability loss on axes. Then you have thatch buildables, cost less to craft. Then in the husbandry, you have cared for, which is reduced crafting cost of taming equipment, increased foraging yield, and then reduced crafting cost of saddles. In combat, it's pretty much the same. You have faster movement speed while holding arrows or bows, cheaper bow requirements, reduced stamina when you're drawing bows, and then faster bow reloads. Then you have your melees, cheaper spear, decreased stamina while using spear, increased aim speed. So I just wanted to make sure. Have your blades, faster aim wind up, increased move speed with a blade, increased melee attack speed, cheaper bolt pistol. So you also can get firearms in this game. So you have your cheaper bolt pistol ammo crafting, shotgun ammo crafting, rifle ammo crafting, and then firearms way less in your inventory. We're gonna start off here with survival. I want to build a that shelter sooner rather than later. So I'm going to go over here. And you'll notice in the bottom left, you'll see my water is pretty low. So we're going to need to do something in regards to our water situation. So let us figure out. Here, our wolf over there. That's exciting. And you can see in the top right corner also, it shows the... let's do this. Let's see, can we create a spear yet? Crafting, we'll do all. But you'll see in the top right corner it says Icarus 3-day forecast. That's where it's going to show you kind of like the general forecast of the area. It'll give you an idea for well, pretty much when a storm's going to come. Not necessarily a good thing to do that, because that can give you... like I said, I don't know if that thing is going to attack me. So let's continue collecting resources and try to get ourselves to another level up. Where'd that bird go? I don't know much about the birds. I actually don't ever remember seeing birds. It's over there. Okay. That's one thing I do like about this game, is that you do get levels while while resource gathering. Pretty cool. All right, so we'll just material gather until we can figure out start building our shelter. Doesn't look like it's aggroing to me. I want to see if I can get a look at what type of bird it is when it gets closer to me. It's a Kia. Nope, okay. Level 37 Kia at that. It just flew right to me and then flew away. So I don't think those birds will attack me. Cool. I don't ever remember seeing Kias in the game. It's cool. So there was an update that I just had to do. It might have just been that I just haven't updated in a while. I don't know. We don't need to talk about it. And there's a wolf right there. What? So we'll grab some more oxide here. I'm just going to keep an eye on my stealth meter down at the bottom. Make sure that if I see that thing kind of get bigger, that means there's a animal that's not friendly. Because typically I don't think the stealth feature will just when maybe it was just the deer didn't see me. I'm not entirely sure. Would be pretty interesting if the deer just didn't see me. We're just going to keep collecting materials. This is really the easiest way to level up early on. So I'm trying to keep an eye on where that wolf is. I don't necessarily think there are any wolves around. Sounds of this game are freaking remarkable, I gotta say. can see it only really gives you like 10 experience for like basic collecting, or 25. Like, it's really little amount of experience after a certain time period, so you kind of just gotta just keep collecting until you get those levels. Don't see that wolf anymore. Oh yeah, dude, he's right there. Cool. Of course, there might, could be a wolf that comes from any direction, really. That's one of the exciting things about this game, is you never know what you're landing around. But the sounds in this game are absolutely remarkable. They did I really think the company that developed this game did a fantastic job building it and kind of getting it, pretty much. I wouldn't say perfect, but like, oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm a-okay with not going up against a crocodile. Glad I saw that. Yeah, there are crocodiles in the game too, and those dudes are annoying. They will continuously kill you. That is one of the bad parts about starting starting by the water. Because, I mean, to say the least, it's pretty much that you'll likely run into crocodiles. You'll run into, I want to say dangerous fish to a certain degree. Curious. I don't see the name. Hopefully he turned around. I'm getting just under 1,600 experience away from leveling up. That key is keeping a watchful eye on me, I guess. Yeah, so let's just continue resource gathering. And we will do what we gotta do. We'll build our shelter once we get this next level up. Really, honestly, I just realized this. You can also hold F. You don't have to keep smashing it. You just hold F and look around. Kind of fun. Kind of a one of those you learn something new every day type of things. Probably could be chopping trees down, because I think that gives me more experience. 300, yeah, see, it gives me 300 experience. Just for... yeah. Cool. I should have plenty of material to make the thatch... There we go. Without any issue. So you see, got that rock, the shadow on that rock scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we're gonna jump up here. Cool. Now we're going to go back in here, go to tech tree. And now we're going to do thatch floor, thatch wall, and then thatch roof. Cool. So we should have the material to be able to make our thatch stuff. I'm not gonna make it like super close to the water, but I'm gonna make it close enough to where that's the bird that just landed. Okay, it's cool. I didn't realize the birds would land. I'll probably just make it like right here. I think that's probably a pretty good area. What's that noise? The noises in this game are, like I said, freaking phenomenal. Like, honestly, it's very impressive how well the noises were done. We're gonna do that. Okay, so that's gonna give us a little bit. What that was gonna do. Anyway. All right. So we're gonna make 6 of these. And then once they're done being made, okay. so they're done being made. It's really, like, unnerving. Cool. So there's that. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 walls, right? Counted that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 walls. Just make the 10 walls, it's fine. We have plenty of materials for it, because we've been collecting for quite some time. Cool, so then we'll do this. And then what you do if you want to change the type of wall it is, if you hold R, it'll bring up this menu. So if we do a door, put a door right here, and a door right here. We hold R again, then we'll just do a regular old thatch wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to worry about doing the windows. And then the last thing we'll need is the roof. So pretty much the same way. We just need 6 of these. I think we'll actually need 8 of these. If I remember correctly, we might actually need 8 of these. Wait for the other 3 to be made. There we go. Cool. So no, so I would actually need this one right here. Cool. So we also have a solo point, so let's go ahead and go into talents here, into solo. And this is a little different. We have Marathon Runner, which increases base stamina, increased base move speed, increased base health, and in general increase to melee damage. I'm going to start off with increased base health. I want to just, I don't know, be a little bit more proactive with it. Can't tell if that's a wolf or a fox. Not entirely sure. Oops. That thing scared the crap out of me yet again. Grab some sulfur. My oxygen and water are both getting low. My food's low as well. That's a wolf. So as you can see, now I have, I'm over encumbered, which is normal, unfortunately. I'm just going to keep collecting them, because why not? I think I should have a crafting wood pile. I'm going to make 2 wood piles. That'll get us... That should get us... It did not. It absolutely did not. That's kind of sad. Okay. There we go. Now yeah, we're good now. Okay, cool. So... Cool. Let's consume this. What if we consume another one? Another one. Okay, so that would get us food. And then oxygen, we'll just throw that in there. Large deer, so that's good. I think that's the wolf right there. You don't see me. See, the, hey, wheat. Just what I always wanted. The food collection in this game is kind of crazy. Melee, I mean, the attacking and melee and fighting and everything's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty self-explanatory as well. But once we get some more skill points, As you can tell, though, with each level, there is more experience that needs to be gathered, and more experience that needs to be gathered will pretty much make it easier for us to, more difficult, I should say, for us to level up. But we should be fine. We should be able to kind of get to where we need to. So obviously, the next time I level up and I have the capability of picking more stuff to make. Those are those backwards? No, they're not. Okay. I'm going to pretty much go the route of making these, or unlocking this, unlocking. Where is the? I'm gonna see if I can unlock. Is there any storage system? Small wood crate right here. Yeah, I can unlock this. So I'll unlock these two right here. So the what was that noise? uh anyway, so I'll unlock the thatch wall, angled thatch door, and then a small wood crate. And that should be enough for us to have some protection during storm events and everything. To make beds, you need quite a bit of material. You don't see me. That's weird. Never had a tree just... interesting. I'm really glad these trees just floating. Interesting. That's strange. Never had a tree do this before. I think it's because of the angle that it landed on this other tree. So if I chop down this other tree, it should, in theory, fall down as well. So we'll just do that real quick. The noise of the bushes really freaked me out. Cool. What? I'm curious what that was. Kind of looked like it was doing damage to something, but I don't think it was. Unless it did do damage to something and I'm just not seeing what it did damage to. Maybe, I wonder if maybe it was doing damage to itself? Anyway. Yep, over encumbered, that's fine. Let us make crafting. 2 more of these. Should be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And the reason I'm making these wood piles, log piles, is because this will help us in the future when we get to a point to where we're building our log infrastructure. And you can see I can just hold to interact, and that'll allow me the chance to be able to, oh. those real quick. Get my food back up. That'll allow us to be able to just pull from that to be able to build our um, uh, build our wood house or our wood base instead of just having a thatch base. Hey, look at that! I got it. Got an achievement, or get a ribbon, I guess. I don't know if that's just. I keep thinking L is 1, so I'm pushing 2 or 3 to get to my pickaxe. Just make sure my yeah. Cool. I like the fact that when you get over encumbered, you can still jump like ridiculously high. Alright. So we're still relatively full on material, so I'm going to craft a stone knife and a thatch beam. We have to, unfortunately, you have to unlock the thatch beam and the wood beam to be able to unlock the rest of the material. That'll be useful for when we stand our stuff up. I'm going to actually craft another one of these two just to kind of utilize some more materials. Is that a deer? Kind of looks like a deer. Yeah, that's a deer. Okay. All right. So we're going to continue. We're going to resource gather a little bit more and then hopefully get to level 3 so that we can unlock these next parts. When I said it was semi-realistic, I meant it. That's exactly what happens when people chop trees down. In case you were wondering. If you ever want to become a lumberjack and you chop a tree down, it will explode and almost hit you. Yeah. So, collect all these logs, keep getting more experience. We're actually getting pretty close. Just under 1,000 experience away. Just over 1,000 experience away, I should say. Obviously, we're going to over-encumber ourselves here. We don't necessarily need all of this fiber and everything. We have a ridiculous amount of fiber and Styx, but we will be fine. We will be fine. There we go. Alright. Let's continue chopping wood. We're getting pretty close to nighttime. Getting pretty close to being over encumbered again. Where are we sitting at in wood? 100. Let's go to 7 because it'll pop up there. weird that that over encumbered me. There we go. Right, so let's I think one more tree should do it. Yeah, one more tree will absolutely. I'll just chop the tree down and we'll do it. See? Alright, so I'm gonna leave that tree where it's at. Go back into our little base over here. We have a decent amount of wood. So let's do this. Let's go to tech tree. We will scroll down. We'll do a thatch angled thatch door. Alright, before we actually do anything else, we're coming to crafting and we're going to craft 4 of these. I should have done 4 right there. And then 2 of these. No, not 100. Alright. Alright then. That would have been bad. Okay. Okay, not what I meant to do. Whatever. That's fine. I don't care if it's like really weird like that. It's whatever. Alright. It's beautiful. Alright, and then the last thing we are going to craft, since we already have, I'm tempted to craft a campfire, so we can set up a campfire in here, specifically for, let's go into it. We'll do that, and then we will craft the, we will unlock the small wood crate the next level up. So we're going to come into crafting, we're going to craft ourselves a, fire pit, campfire. And this will allow us to set up a campfire right here. So we'll press F to interact. And really all we have to do here is just take wood that we have. We can put in, I believe, we can put in sticks. Yeah, we can put in fiber and sticks. And then all we have to do is click activate. And then it will basically just go that route. You can see that it uses the fiber relatively quickly, but if we put stick in there, like wood in there, it gets pretty slow. So we have a lot of wood, so I think we should be fine with just using the 14 wood. I'm going to stealthily make my way to the water source to fill myself up with water. And hope that a wolf doesn't see me. I'm always worried about drinking the water because this bacteria and everything. Alright, cool. So the next thing, and you may be asking yourself, why are you using campfire inside of your thatch? Completely, by the way, like fiber, basically. Look, don't ask questions. Alright. I think I actually can take, wonder if I can take my, okay, that's a recipe. These are the recipes. Tea and thermos. I don't have thermos. Cool. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and deactivate that. Let's close. And then we are going to close out here. Basically, when I quit the desktop or return to character select, that will basically just, the game saved. So, I'll show you real quick. Just to make sure I'm telling the truth. Because I could be lying. We'll go to Josh. And then we will select character. It should pop us straight into our thatch shelter. Presume. Right? Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Yeah, you can see now we are in our thatch shelter. We have our campfire right here. So we're all good. So thank you guys so very much for watching this video. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to help us hit that goal of 500 subs by the end of the year. This is going to be one of those series that will be off and on throughout the year. Like I said, I may bring people in, may just do it, play a lot by myself. It really depends on how I'm feeling and if I can find people to play with. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so very much again for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye, guys.